So question number 4 is, midway between two equal and similar charges, we place third equal and similar charge. So there are two equal charges, Q and Q, and at the center we place a similar charge Q. Similar means if these two are positive, this will also be positive. If these two are negative, this will also be negative. Which of the following statement is correct concerned to the equilibrium along the line joining the charges? So at this particular position, the charge will be in equilibrium. Net force on the charge will be 0. So we have to tell whether this equilibrium will be a stable or unstable equilibrium along the line joining. So along the line joining the two charges, if we displace this charge slightly, let us say on the left or right, so we are displacing it towards right. This is also a positive charge. What will happen? From this positive charge, it will experience a repulsive force which will be higher in magnitude as compared to this positive charge. It will also experience a repulsive force from this positive charge, but this will be lesser in magnitude because the distance between this plus Q and Q is now lesser, is more. So net force on the charge will be towards the mean position, and therefore it will be in stable equilibrium. So along the line joining the two charges, this charge Q, if it is placed in mid position, it will be in stable equilibrium. So question number 5 is, there are two positive charge Q and Q, very similar to the previous question, question number 4, and a point particle P has some charge Q, okay, and it is kept in between the two charges. Q charge, a small q charge is kept between the two other charges Q and Q. So we have to tell, if P is given small displacement delta, it will undergo simple harmonic motion if this particle is given small displacement. What will happen? So we have to check for the options. It is a multi-current option question. So first option is Q is positive and delta is along the line joining the charges. If Q is positive and displacement is along the line joining the two charges, so if it is displaced slightly along this line, small displacement, if it is small, the displacement can be proved to be directly proportional to delta. We will do a question where we will also find the time period. So here, if it is displaced slightly from the mean position, this charge Q will repel with greater force. This charge Q will repel but with lesser force. The net force will be towards the mean position. The motion will be periodic, and for small displacement it will be simple harmonic motion also. So option A is correct. Q is positive and delta is perpendicular to the line joining the charges. If Q is positive and the displacement, small displacement, is perpendicular to the line joining the two charges, in this condition, along this line the charge won't be in stable equilibrium, because if it is slightly displaced, this positive charge will repel in this direction, this positive charge will repel in this direction. So the net attractive force will be away from the mean position. It will never come back to the mean position. So it is in unstable equilibrium along this line. Okay. If Q is negative and delta is perpendicular to the line joining the charges, this is correct. On the other hand, if this charge Q is negative, it will experience a net attractive force towards the mean position and it will start to oscillate, and for small displacement we can show that the motion is simple harmonic. So option C is also correct. Option D is, if Q is negative and delta is along the line joining the charges, if it is negative charge and it is displaced slightly, it won't perform simple harmonic motion or oscillation, because now the net force exerted by this charge plus Q will be greater than the attractive force exerted by this charge Q, because the distance between capital Q and small q is greater. So it is not, the net force on this charge Q is not towards the mean position. It won't perform simple harmonic motion or oscillation for that matter. it is not a stable equilibrium if charge Q is negative. Question 6 is also very similar to the two previous questions. A and B are carrying charge Q. Both of them has charge Q and the separation between them is D. Okay. A particle C having mass m and charge Q is kept at the midpoint of the line AB. So a charge Q is kept, small q is kept at the midpoint of the line AB. If it is displaced through a small displacement x much less than d perpendicular to AB, find the time period of oscillation of C. In the above question, if C is displaced along AB, find the time period of oscillation of C. Okay. So first of all, let's discuss the condition for this charge to oscillate along this line should be that it should be negative if in case these two charges are positive. If it is displaced slightly from mean position, it must experience a net attractive force towards the mean position for it to be able to oscillate. We have done this question earlier. This distance is d by 2. This distance is also d by 2. Half distance is d by 2. At a distance, let us say x, small displacement from the mean position, the net force experienced by this charge q will be 2 f cos theta, f net. It will be towards the mean position where f is the force that one charge exerts on q, and similarly the other charge will also exert a force capital F on it, and the resultant will be 2f cos theta in this direction, where f is how much? 2 k q small q a square. A square is how much? This distance is how much? Cos theta is, this distance is how much? d by 2 whole square plus x square into cos theta we have to do, and cos theta is x divided by under root of d by 2 whole square plus x square. So this derivation we have already done. We have done using the symbol A. Here the symbol, only difference is the symbol is d by 2. So if charge q is negative, small q is negative, it will experience a net attractive force towards the mean position, and for small displacement x, this force will be 2kq small q. We can ignore x in denominator because in denominator it is in addition. We can't ignore x in numerator because in numerator it is in multiplication. So small quantity can be ignored only if it is in addition or subtraction. It cannot be ignored if it is in multiplication or division. So ignoring x in the denominator, we will have d by 2 cube, d by 2 whole square to the power of 3 by 2, it will be d by 2 cube into x. Thus force for small displacement x is directly proportional to x, which resembles simple harmonic motion with the time period of 2 pi under root m by. This whole term will act as effective force constant k dash, where k dash is equal to 2kq small q d by 2 whole cube. Okay. Second part of the question is, if the charge q is displaced slightly along the line joining the two charges q and q, small displacement x, will it experience oscillation? And for small displacement x, find the time period x, find the time period of oscillation. So again here the necessary condition for the charge to oscillate is, in this particular condition, this Q should also be positive if these two capital Q are positive. Why? Because if in case it is negative, if it is displaced slightly from mean position, this charge will attract with greater force as compared to this charge. So net force won't be towards the mean position, it will be away from the mean position, it will never perform any oscillation. So for this problem, this charge Q and this small charge Q should be of same sign. If it is displaced slightly from mean position, it will experience a force. This distance will be d by 2 minus x. This distance will be d by 2 plus x. So for small displacement from mean position, the net force will be k q small q d by 2 minus x whole square. This is the repulsive force in this direction, minus k q small q d by 2 plus x whole square. This will be the repulsive force in this direction. These two vectors are anti-parallel, so we simply have to subtract their magnitude. Simplifying this, we can take kq small q as common, d square by 4 minus x square whole square, d by 2 whole square plus x square plus 2 d by 2x minus d by 2 whole square minus x square, and last term will be plus 2d by 2 into x. So this d by 2 will get cancelled. We will have kq small q, 2 and 2 will get cancelled. We will have 2dx. dx plus dx will be 2dx upon d square by 4 minus x square whole square. This will be the net force for small displacement x. Again, we can ignore x in the denominator because it is in subtraction in denominator. So if we ignore this, the force will come out to be directly proportional to x, and therefore the time period of oscillation will be 2 pi under root m upon this whole term will be the effective k capital Q small q 2d upon d square by 4 whole square. If you want, we can simplify it further. It is d by 2 whole square d square by 4 whole square. So we can take this term outside if you want and simplify it further. Okay.